World War II was a global war that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It was the deadliest and most widespread war in history, with an estimated 50 million to 85 million fatalities worldwide. The war began in Europe in 1939, when Germany, under the leadership of Adolf Hitler, invaded Poland. This prompted the United Kingdom and France to declare war on Germany. The war soon spread to other parts of Europe, as well as to Africa, Asia, and the Americas. In the 1930s, tensions between the major powers of Europe had been growing. Hitler, who had risen to power in Germany in 1933, had begun to aggressively expand the German economy and military. He also began to demand territory for the German people, particularly in Eastern Europe. In 1936, Germany and Italy formed the Rome-Berlin Axis, and in 1938, they were joined by Japan to form the Axis powers. In September 1939, Germany invaded Poland, and the United Kingdom and France declared war on Germany. This marked the beginning of World War II in Europe. The war in Europe quickly became a war of attrition, with both sides digging in for a long and bloody fight. In 1940, Germany launched a surprise attack on France, and the French government quickly fell. Germany then turned its attention to the United Kingdom, bombing British cities in the Blitz. In 1941, Germany invaded the Soviet Union, which had signed a non-aggression pact with Germany in 1939. This marked the beginning of a brutal and costly war on the Eastern Front. The Soviet Union was able to hold off the German invasion, but at a great cost in lives. In the meantime, Japan had been expanding its empire in Asia. In 1941, they launched a surprise attack on the United States naval base at Pearl Harbor, in Hawaii. This prompted the United States to declare war on Japan and enter the war. The war in Europe continued to be a stalemate, with both sides suffering heavy casualties. In 1942, the United States and the United Kingdom launched an invasion of North Africa, to open a second front against the Axis powers. This was followed by the invasion of Italy in 1943, and the D-Day invasion of Normandy in 1944. These invasions helped to weaken the German military, and by 1945, the Allies were able to push into Germany from the west and the Soviet Union from the east. In the Pacific, the United States had been making steady gains against Japan. In 1944, the United States launched a series of invasions of the Japanese-held islands in the Pacific. These invasions, along with heavy bombing of Japan's cities, weakened the Japanese military. In August of 1945, the United States dropped atomic bombs on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, killing an estimated 200,000 people. Japan soon surrendered, bringing an end to World War II. The war had a profound impact on the world. Millions of people had been killed, and entire cities had been destroyed. The war also led to the formation of the United Nations, and the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers. In conclusion, World War II was a global conflict that lasted from 1939 to 1945. It was the deadliest and most widespread war in history, with an estimated 50 million to 85 million fatalities worldwide. The war was triggered by the aggression of the Axis powers, led by Germany, Italy, and Japan, and their desire to expand their territory and influence. The war was marked by brutal fighting on both the eastern and western fronts, and in the Pacific. The war had a profound impact on the world, leading to the formation of the United Nations and the emergence of the United States and the Soviet Union as superpowers.